Good afternoon, everyone. It's Lana, and I'm pretty jazzed up today. We've got a full moon after midnight here on the East Coast, or I'm on the West Coast of Florida, but still the East Coast of the United States, East Side. And I just wanted to go over something that has been stirring for myself a lot lately, as well as many other people around me with the anxieties and the old self-destructive belief systems coming to surface in our minds, the thoughts, the I've done this too long, I need to change, I'm fed up, I need change in my life, period. And I'm not going to take it anymore. Well, we get to that bubbling point because we've tolerated something that didn't resonate with our soul to begin with. And the more we tolerate things, as opposed to speaking up and communicating with people, the more we suffer. It's all about being vulnerably authentic with ourselves. When we can actually be honest with ourselves and know what it is we need, what we want, what we wish, we desire, and communicate that effectively, man, life takes on a whole different meaning. Life's too short to sit back and be worried or in fear of what other people are going to think of you if you speak up and communicate that. The more we can tap into what it is that makes our hearts sing and our souls soar, the more our life actually unfolds more beautifully, more divinely, and we feel joy. We live in a place of everything's beautiful. Nothing can knock this. So why would you want to do that? Well, it's very simple. The mind goes into what I call this crazy tailspin, the monkey thoughts. Round and round we go. Where we stop, we don't know. There is so much from our past that continues to surface in our mind. We base so much of our life on what we've already experienced. So the minute something unfamiliar comes up, we freak out, and especially the mind, which is why meditation is so important. To sit there and recognize, to pay attention, watch it, see where it goes, and say, wait a minute here. We have to take a step back, we have to breathe, and recognize that not everything's going to be the same. Give in to the possibility of a surprise. Stop harboring that old experience, taking it on your back with you everywhere you go. Because what happens? We continue to do the same things over and over again, think the same things over and over again, and recreate the same experiences over and over again. What's the definition of crazy? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So why not surrender to the possibility things can be different? So, beautiful, gorgeous autumn day today. I myself have had to kind of sit with how I need to communicate what it is I need. And I realize for myself, sometimes that means being vulnerable to expressing it and maybe being rejected, maybe not being accepted. But you know, that all comes back to self-esteem and self-worth. And it takes courage to be vulnerable, to be vulnerably who you are with all of your hurts and pains. Because the only reason we have fear of being accepted or rejected from another is because of a certain part of us that we haven't accepted and we reject. So why would we want to live a life that is just suppressing what it is we want, wish, and desire to experience in this life? Because of the fear in the mind, the delusions it creates, this idea that that happened in the past, it's going to happen again if I speak up. But most of the times we haven't spoken up. And when we haven't spoken up, we have nothing to go on. We have no experience to show what would happen if we just expressed ourselves. So being vulnerably authentic means having the courage to speak up and be willing to be accepted or rejected by someone else. At least if you speak up and they're not in accord with what it is you need, you save yourself a lot of time, but you'll be respected more by others the more you speak up for what it is you need. We all need connection, human touch, love, and affection. We all desire it. We all want it. So why would we want to reject that? We wouldn't want to reject another because we wouldn't want to be rejected ourselves. So very simple, authentic vulnerability, tapping into what it is that makes you feel pain, knowing that it was just an experience in the past, doesn't mean you're going to recreate it and experience it again unless you continue to harbor that it does, because we manifest that. So at least communicating with somebody allows you the opportunity to know where you stand. And when you know where you stand, it may be painful at first, or you may be surprised, and that person could fulfill what it is that you need. And when they fulfill it, you get a boost in confidence. Your courage is strengthened. Your power is enabled. And when we recapture our personal power, we also have this, it's about the oxytocin, the hormones that make us radiate, that people say, I want what that person has. Because the happier you are for being true to yourself, the more others will be inspired by you and the life that you exemplify. So if someone surprises you, doesn't it make you want to do it again? It encourages you. Okay, there'll be one or two here and there. Somebody's not going to agree with you, and that's okay. That just means they're not the one for you, or the experience is not going to be the way you expected it to be. Just embrace it and go with it. Because when one door closes, an even bigger one opens. The fear of being rejected is just the illusion and the wound that you've rejected in yourself. So just take an opportunity and just be with that, and it's okay. And you'll move forward. We are human. We do continue to live. It's not going to kill you. So again, you don't know unless you ask. And if you don't ask, what do you got to lose? Except for that you can sit with the monkey mind that'll continue to go, I wonder what would happen if I asked. Oh, if I asked, I would have been rejected. Come on. You don't know what you can do if you don't ask. And what you don't know could elevate you and give you more than enough of what you need. That will build the self-confidence. And there'll be less fear that'll be an influence driving you through the choices you make in your life. So it's when we embrace our authentic self in all that we are, we express it and let it be seen by others. That's when we're truly living in our lives. So I hope you're all enjoying this beautiful day, wherever you may be. And focus on your soul's growth in love and compassion, because ultimately, the more you can be truly who you are, the more people are going to accept you for who you are. The people who don't accept you, they don't need to be in your life. Prioritize what's more important, you being happy or people pleasing. Because the expression of love needs to be reciprocal. And love is all about accepting those in your life for who they are, where they are, and knowing that everybody's in this life wanting the same thing, love, but they're at a different state than you. You don't have to be at the same stage. You don't have to have the same belief systems, but just honor everyone where they're at. So again, life is too short. Don't get caught up in what others want from you or expect of you. You keep doing that, it's what exhausts you. It takes and sucks the life out of you. And truly, we want to live a vibrant life. And it's all about breathing. Taking in this prana, this life force. We are blessed. Take a moment, this moment, be present, and be grateful for what you have. in all the experiences you've had. Because every experience has made you wiser. Have a blessed Saturday, everyone. Happy full moon in Aries. Try not to go off on anybody. Compassion and love for others is also compassion and love for yourself, and vice versa. Enjoy.